little bitty basement someplace in New York, Pulse 87 is back.
Get ready! Get ready! Welcome to the Underground, new and upcoming artists with Jesse F. Daniels. Only on Pulse
Radio. Yes, welcome to the Underground here with Jesse F. Daniels on Pulse 87NY and Pulse 96.7 Las Vegas. Going a little bit deeper into the music, talking to somebody who is definitely not an up-and-comer, but she's hitting us with some new music today, and that is the vocalist named Dev.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. We're going to be dropping your latest track with Max Styler called Aftershock, so I appreciate you coming on the line to talk about that collab and more.
Yeah, of course.
Real quick, before we get into that, you are one of the OG female vocalists in the game, having worked with not only just the EDM, but that crossover that was happening back in 2008, 2009, that not a lot of people were jumping on, you know, working with the Cataracts, Far East Movement, and kind of fusing hip-hop and EDM. Nowadays, we call it trap, but back then, nobody knew what it was. Can you take us back one time before we get into your new track, Aftershock, to 2008, 2009? What was that scene like, you know, looking back and knowing all that you know now?
Well, it's funny, in 2008 and 2009, I was working a lot with the Cataracts. We hadn't even really made G6 or anything yet at that point. We were kind of working on, you know, we all lived together in this like really weird apartment, and we just made as much music as we could every day together. We toured with The Pack, who's a rap group out of the Bay Area. So
yeah, I remember, got my Vans on, but they look like sneakers.
Exactly. So it was always kind of cool because, like, you know, I remember I took off a month of work. I used to work at Old Navy in late 2008 and early 2009 to kind of tour and or make music, which is like so funny now when I look back. But yeah, I think like that was the cool thing is I was like, you know, the girl, and then there was The Pack who brought like a lot of like that, you know, like the Bay Area, like hip hop culture, the Cataracts, who I think were really good at kind of fusing the things that they liked about pop music, but also, you know, hip hop. And so it kind of just like was this really cool balance of things that we were doing. And it was super organic. We weren't trying to make dance, hip hop, trap. You know, we weren't trying to do that. It was just kind of like all the stuff that we liked. And there was a bunch of us, so we kind of just put them all together. Yeah, I think looking back now, it's kind of funny to see out of that organic sort of process, G6 blossomed and Bass Down Low after and In the Dark after. So yeah, it was cool, and I'm super grateful for those relationships. So
it's always great when it happens organically, because that's when the best music comes out. And it's so hard to find a good producer, because basically you as a vocalist, you're putting your name on the line based on their work. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, featuring Dev, like, hey boy, this track better be good or else my name's on the line.
It was crazy. Like even just telling that story in that short of time is like funny because, you know, so much goes on. But
you're wrapping 4 years into like 2 minutes right there.
Totally. Totally.
Which leads us to today, you know, looking for producers and DJs. There's no shortage in the world now. So how did the link up with Max Styler and this track Aftershock come about? Was there a link through DimMac, or how'd that happen?
My manager, Elisa, and her brother are friends of Max's manager. They all grew up in the same area, I guess, like the Santa Barbara area-ish. So yeah, Max's manager was like, well, I have this artist that I'm working with, and can we play you guys stuff? And I instantly fell in love with Max's energy and like what he was doing. It was so fresh, and got the studio together. Then we worked separately a little bit, and I think I had written a couple different versions of what is now Aftershock. And Max was just like, but I kind of want to feel like this. It was really cool, super collaborative. And then I finally got it and cracked the code, and he was really happy. And so, yeah, I think it worked out. I love the record.
Nice. So here it is. It's called Aftershock by Max Styler featuring Dev. And coming back, we're talking about family life, workflow, working with superstar producers like Dave Tozer and Nanosar. Here it is, Aftershock on Pulse.